have $1,400 in their hands as early as this week, with President Biden's $1.9 trillion economic relief bill set to clear the final hurdle. The House is expected to pass the revised stimulus package on Tuesday, after the Senate passed its version over the weekend. Nearly 160 million households are expected to get the cash payment, according to White House estimates.
There are several new dates to look out for this month if you receive Social Security, folks, SSI or ssdi. First of all, the Social Security Administration has updated payment schedules, so the seniors and retirees will actually be able to claim an extra $150 each month starting just this year. So for instance, all eyes are on the first Social Security payments of 2023, in which the record-breaking cost of living adjustment will just start to be reflected into checks of 66 million beneficiaries. That's right, 66 million beneficiaries on Social Security will get this much-needed stimulus money. In December, just shy of 66 million people, most of whom are seniors ages 62 and over, collected a wide variety of Social Security benefits. For most of these recipients, it isn't just a check that they've earned through decades of work. It's a necessary source of income that helps people and seniors pay their bills during retirement. For the nearly 90% of retired workers surveyed by the national pollster Gallup last year, who indicated that Social Security accounts for either a major or a minor source of income, well, there's simply no big annual announcement that the cost of living has rather than now. So what I'm saying, folks, is that the next Social Security payment for this month will actually be changed from the 18th to the 25th. So you actually could be getting maybe another Social Security benefit next week and possibly tomorrow as well. But we have to wait and see what Joe Biden's going to do about this because it's all up to President Joe. Now, folks, first of all, Social Security was signed into law back in the 30s, and with the goal of providing some sort of financial protection to retired people. As of December, though, 50 million workers and beneficiaries were receiving retirement benefits, and most of these retirement benefits are just going to the programs. 50 million retired workers. As of December, the average estimated monthly payout was $1,700, but once the historically high 8.7% COLA is factored in, well, the average retired worker check jumps from $150 to $1,900. This works out to an extra $1,800 a year for the average retired worker, and that's a lot of free stimulus cash that many people could use. So what I'm saying is that the qualifying spouses and children of retired workers of Social Security benefits, well, you could get an 8.7% COLA too. This is a huge COLA boost and a great COLA boost because the average monthly check for the spouses and children of retired workers is now close to $1,000. That's $1,000 of free cash that you don't even need to do anything for, but just sit around and wait for it. Now, Social Security's ssdi trust fund provides a fund of monthly benefits to almost 9 million people overall. These 9 million people are scattered all around the United States, and now for most people, well, the average retired worker with disabilities is also expected to receive a nearly $120 per month boost to the $1,500 in 2023. But no matter which category the program's roughly 66 million beneficiaries fall into, we know that this year's COLA is boosting Social Security checks by the largest amount in the history of the United States. This 5.9% COLA that Social Security recipients got in 2022 was just really ineffective in battling an inflation rate that spent much of the year above 8%. And to make matters even worse, the record high increase in Medicare, well, it's meant to help Social Security recipients had even more money deducted from their monthly payments. The good news is that the standard Part B premium will decline to $165 a month from 2023, just to $170 back in last year, 2022. Yeah, a lot of things are going on in Congress, a lot of developments being made, but here is what I also want to talk about. In 2022, employees had to pay Social Security taxes on annual income of up to $147K. In 2023, it rises to $160,000. So Social Security recipients, you also earn income, there might even be payments reduced depending on the amount of outside earnings. For those who have not reached the full retirement age, well, the yearly threshold just rises to $21,000, and even from $19,000 in 2022. If you reach the full retirement age in 2023, well, the SSA will withhold $1 in benefits for every $3 in earnings. That's above $56,000 until the month you reach your full retirement age. This threshold just keeps on continuing to expand and expand and expand over the next coming days and next coming weeks, especially as the next president comes into town.
Thank you. Let me begin by thanking all of you here in D.C. for coming out this evening. Much appreciated. Let me thank C-SPAN for covering this event. Let me also thank everyone who is watching via live stream. As we enter the new year, as Congress begins its legislative session next week, and as we have just finished celebrating the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., one of the great fighters for justice in our nation's history, it is appropriate, it seems to me, that we ask ourselves two very simple questions which are not asked very often. Question one, what is everyday life like today for the vast majority of our people? And that is the working class of this country, the middle class of this country, and lower income Americans. What are the pains, what are the struggles and the hopes that these millions and millions of people are striving for? That's question one. Question two, what is Congress going to do to improve life for working families? In the year 2023, amidst an explosion of technology, massive wealth creation, and transformational economic change, how can we make certain that all Americans have the decent standard of living to which they are entitled? Is that a utopian question?
People to the bench, it's imperative that we get it right. So today the Senate will continue its duty to advance President Biden's highly qualified, highly diverse, and highly accomplished judicial nominees. We will begin this afternoon by voting on the confirmation of Judge John Lear's serve as Circuit Judge for the 7th Circuit. If confirmed, Judge Lee will make history as the first Asian American ever to preside on the 7th Circuit.
So everybody, millions of Americans will see big changes to their monthly benefit checks. It has been confirmed that there will be a raise and increase to monthly benefits for the low-income households. Many Americans will be able to claim hundreds of dollars starting in September. So make sure to watch until the end of this video and learn how to receive your fourth stimulus payment. In just a matter of weeks, residents across Illinois will start receiving tax relief rebate checks. On September 12th, the state will start distributing one-time income and property tax relief payments, which were included in the Family Relief Plan. According to Illinois Comptroller Susan Madonza, payments won't go out to everybody immediately, as distribution is expected to take an estimated 8 weeks. First and foremost, to be eligible, you must have filed taxes. In regard to the individual income tax return, a person qualifies if they were an Illinois resident in 2021 and their adjusted gross income was under $400,000, if filing jointly, or $200,000 if filing as a single person. The property tax rebate requires that recipients be Illinois residents who paid property taxes on their primary residence in 2021 and 2022. Anyone who filed taxes as a single person will receive $50. If you file jointly, you'll be given a $100 rebate, $50 per person. According to the state's comptroller website, those with dependents will receive up to $300. $100 will be given for each dependent, with a maximum of 3. The rebate amount is equal to the property tax credit you are qualified to claim on the 2021 tax forms. And also, thanks to the federal student loan repayment moratorium,